Imagine a big coconut falling from a coconut tree onto your head. Despite how nutritious a coconut is, it wouldn't benefit you unless it is purposefully directed into the body through the right channel, created by God for that purpose. Then, as with any other food, it would be processed and equally distributed throughout the body, providing sustenance. God also planned the church, Christ's body, to receive sustenance similarly. He established only one place, his storehouse, where resources for sustaining missionary work should be received. From there, they are equitably distributed throughout Christ's body, nurturing all its missionary projects and initiatives, locally, regionally, and internationally. God instructed the Israelites not to act independently, each one according to what was right in their own eyes, but to bring all resources to the place where the Lord your God chooses, which was the temple and the storehouse, located in Jerusalem. And there, said the Lord, you shall take your burnt offerings, your sacrifices, your tithes. God's people always suffer loss when this plan is not followed. It was out of selfish concern, for example, that Jeroboam, the first king of the northern Israelite kingdom, motivated his subjects to give their tithes and offerings in Bethel instead of Jerusalem, as commanded by God. It is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem, he said. In other words, be more flexible, do less, give locally. As the Levites and priests did not join Jeroboam in his rebellion, he instituted unauthorized priests and supported them with what was received in Bethel. The Levites had no option but to leave their possessions and come to Judah and Jerusalem. Without the spiritual influence and religious education provided by the Levites, the kingdom sank into apostasy, ending up in captivity years later. On the other hand, Hezekiah started a revival movement, restoring the temple service, the authorized priesthood, and the storehouse system according to God's directions. A rudimentary storehouse system can also be seen in the early apostolic church. Instead of individually directing their gifts to a destination of their choice, all resources were brought to the apostles' feet and distributed accordingly. This unity of the heart, mind, and pocket was an essential substrate for the outpouring of the Holy Spirit, and that same condition should be expected during the latter rain. The storehouse system is still the most efficient way to provide resources for the church to fulfill Christ's mandate. He said, "Go and make disciples of all the nations." When we put it all together, we can do more and go farther and faster. Satan knows that if he can lead us to act independently, each one according to what seems best in our eyes, the church's strength and efficiency will be significantly impaired, and it will be almost impossible to fulfill Jesus' commission. The Holy Spirit invites us to humble ourselves and adopt his storehouse plan, putting aside selfishness, arrogance, thoughts of suspicion, primacy, conceit, and pride. It is by fostering mutual trust on behalf of a dying world that we put ourselves last and God first.